Welcome back to my Pokemon Diamond Mono Ice type run, episode number 18. I am circlecatzach, and in this episode, we're going to start off by exploring Pastoria City. First, I want to show you guys my team. I did decide upon the nickname Manny. A few people in the comments wanted that name. There were also some other names that 2 people or just 1 person wanted that were good, but I thought Manny was a pretty good name, and quite a few people wanted it, so I went for Manny. And I also caught a Wingull off screen and named it Pico. I hope some of you will get that reference. And I taught it fly, so now we can fly places. That's how I was able to nickname Swinub as Manny. And now let's do some exploring. There's a plasma guy over there who I'm not going to worry about right now. Is there any hidden items of some sort around here? Okay, I don't think so. There's a house that we can go into. Let's check that out. Howdy there, let me examine your Pokemon to see if it's worthy of a scarf. I see. This isn't what I'd hoped to see. I can't lie, so I'll just have to tell it to you straight. This Pokemon's not bad, but it's not good. But it's... oh man, okay, well... apparently she wants to give us some kind of scarf, but our Pokemon needs to be better. I'm not gonna worry about that right now. You can get some sort of scarf there, but I don't really want a scarf. So let's go down here and pick up these berries. First off, we have 2 person berries, which are great, or 1 person berry, I don't know. They cure confusion. We have 2 Nanab berries, which I believe are not very useful, and I think they're just Poffin fodder mainly. And this last one over here is going to have person berries again, so very helpful. Let's see, if we go down here, there are a couple houses we can go into. This first one has another portly looking guy. Everyone calls me the Pokemon Move Maniac. I prefer Move Tutor. I know every move that Pokemon learn while they're leveling up, and I can teach Pokemon these moves. I can teach a move to a Pokemon of yours if you'd like. I'll do it if you trade me a heart scale. So this is the guy in this game that you come to if you want to reteach Pokemon a move. You just gotta give him a heart scale. And in this house, it looks like we have a couple people. You know about Burmy and how they come in different forms? Do you have all the forms of that there Burmy? Oh, you don't even have a single Burmy? You don't like them? They're kind of mushy and cute. My goodness. Burmy aren't really cute in my opinion. They're just kind of there. Anyway, if that guy will get out of my way. That guy's talking about the Great Marsh, which we might just try out later. I want to try all the houses first. This person will give you a berry. This one's a Haban berry, or Haben berry. I don't know how you pronounce it, but I believe it reduces the super effectiveness of dragon type moves. Let me just check that. Yep, it does indeed, so that might be helpful later on. She will give you a berry every day, I believe. That's one of the daily events in this game. So I think we've explored every house in the area. Have we explored? This was the one, a new one actually. We haven't been in this one, but that wasn't really helpful. It's just talking about how there's trams or something, or rails in the Great Marsh. Grr, this is so annoying. What is it, you? Oh, some kid with only 3 gym badges. Little buggers like you should know to stay out of Team Galactic's way. Now, this package from Veilstone, where should I send it off? Yep, this is going to be a smashing job for Team Galactic. So, he mentioned something about us having only 3 gym badges, so you might want to remember that after we beat the 4th gym. Might as well go into the Great Marsh, basically the Safari Zone of this game, and see what there is to see. There's a few people here that we can talk to. I don't think any of them are very important. Except for that guy, my bad. Wow, there was somebody important. That person will give you Defog, so you do have to go in here to get the HM for Defog. Not that that's an imperative move, but there's an item over here that we might as well pick up, a Paralyzed Heal. And let's just go back over here. We have a wild Pokemon. What is it? A Budew. Don't want to throw a ball at something I can just get in Eterna Forest. And it looks like I'm stuck in the mud. And I'm also encountering a Quagsire. I'm gonna put on my repels. There we go. Get stuck in the mud. It's really tough to walk around in here because of all the mud and stuff. but I want to get some of the items that are in here. Here we have an antidote. I'm going to slow back down. I don't know why I sped up. Let me out of here. Thank you. If you slow down for too long, they'll stop you from going anywhere, which is really annoying. And like that. Gosh darn it, let me go. I'm stuck. Get me out of here. Alright, I'm getting out of here. I can't stand in here playing in the mud the whole time. Get me out of here. There we go. Alright, but anyway, the main thing is to go talk to that guy and get the HM for defog. Yes, I'm very sure I want to leave. Let's see if there's anybody upstairs. I think there's just little eyepieces that you can watch the Great Marsh with. Oh good, a bee barrel. Great. I paid $100 to see a bee barrel. Oh, and a Scoruppy. So this will kind of tell you what Pokemon are where, which is kind of helpful. We ran into a buddy there. There's a Wooper. The best Pokemon I saw was probably Scoruppy. Yeah, I definitely sunk right into the bog when I went there. Repel wore off finally, and I don't think anyone is really gonna do anything for us up here. So, once again, the main thing about the Great Marsh, other than catching Pokemon, is that you want to go get the HM for defog, which I doubt you can use until after you get the gym badge from this town. So already we have the opportunity to fight another gym leader, but there's also an area we can go to over here. It is Route 212, and it's a very wet, muddy area. Here we have Pechaberry, plant or tree. They cure poison, and then we have 3 straight peanut berries, which are not nearly as helpful, but I'll pick them up anyway. Trying to go as fast as I can in picking up the berries. And this last one here. There we go. Now we can cut through here, and these little ramps over here can be used on your bicycle. You can't use them any other way. And looks like we can just go that way. We somehow avoided that trainer. You can get an X special over here if you really care about battle items. Let's go ahead and take on this guy. Oh, here comes a nice looking trainer. This is worth evaluation. So we have a scientist here, and Abra shouldn't be too difficult. Nessie is going to be pretty helpful. I do want to give Circlecat some experience though, as Nessie just leveled up there. And Manny is getting experience with the EXP share, so we don't really have to worry about that. And now I can go for a crunch, which will be super effective. That's pretty helpful. There we go. And he only had 2 Pokemon, so that's pretty easy. I forgot to check, not the bag. I forgot to check Manny's stats. I haven't even seen them yet, and I think it's important that you guys see him. Looks like he has a rash nature. I forget what that does. But he has the ability Snow Cloak, which raises evasion in a hailstorm. So we have 2 things that pertain to hailstorms. We have Ice Body, which means Circlecat regenerates HP in a hailstorm, and Snow Cloak. So it might be worthwhile to put Hail onto one of my Pokemon. I don't know which one yet, but Rash is going to be plus special attack minus special defense. So I think that's not great. It might be okay, but it's not great, because Manny, being part ground, is going to be using a fair amount of physical attacks, and even with the plus special attack, it didn't look like it was higher than the attack. So, not the best nature, but we can make do. Here we have another trainer that I guess I'll go battle, and then we have another item to pick up. When it rains, I get more tense. I'm sorry you're so tense, Sabrina. I think it's funny that Sabrina, who was a gym leader, and Sabrina, this Sabrina, are using a Psyduck, I think, because they both used Psychic-type Pokemon, and Psyduck isn't necessarily a Psychic type, it's a Water type, but it has Psy in its name, and it evolves into a Psychic type, so I just think that's pretty funny. And definitely after this, I'm going to switch out to Circlecat. I'm going to switch Circlecat to the front. And we can pick up this item, which is a zinc, which is a vitamin. And I forget which stat it boosts. But let's check out what's in this house real quick. This is where you can go and trade in your shards. So if you pick up shards, we've picked up a few, I know. Then you can take them to her and you can get a technical machine for them. Anyway, we have another battle here. Just trying to get a lot of experience before we take on the next gym leader. I might train Manny off screen, just because I don't think giving him the experience share is going to be enough to raise him the 10 or so levels that he needs to go up in order to be on par with the rest of our team. But we're confused there, which is really annoying. So I'll keep going for the crunch, as water sport is not good at all against us. So Manny finally grows a level, and it wants to learn to move Icy Wind. Looks like that's going to be better than Endure, so I will get rid of Endure. And Manny now knows Icy Wind, which is kind of helpful. For Weasel, I guess I'll stay in. I do want Circle Cat to gain at least one level. And we'll go for the crunch. We snap out of confusion, and we get the quick claw, which is nice. But unfortunately, we do not grow a level there. I'm trying to stay out of the mud as much as possible because I don't like hanging out in the mud after that Great Marsh experience. We have a couple fishermen here. This guy only has one Pokemon, but it is a massive Gyarados. Let's go for that crunch. See how much that'll do. That'll do nothing. Wow. Bite does a lot more to me. Let's see if Ice Fang will do anything. That does a lot more, so I think that'll take it out in one more hit. And there we go. I'm going to have to heal up Circle Cat after this, but it did grow the level that I wanted it to grow. So that, I think, is worth it. Let's see, we'll go for a lemonade, if I can find them. I passed them up. There we go. Lemonade. That'll heal Circle Cat right up. And we can take on more fishermen. I think also off screen I'm going to give all of my PP ups to Lapras's Ice Beam, because it is an incredibly handy move, especially at this stage of the game. And it'll continue to be handy throughout the rest of the LP, I believe. Of course we get confused, and of course we hit ourselves. That is so not helpful, Goldeen. You are really great. I appreciate it. And twice in a row, that's fantastic. So we haven't done a single ounce of damage. And it's just taunting us by going for Water Sport. And we hit ourselves a third time. Third. Water Pulse. Gets a crit, of course. And then we hit ourselves for a fourth time. This is just not my day. Let's go for another lemonade here. Heal up Circle Cat because it definitely needs it. And, ooh, that horn attack would have been close. It wouldn't have taken us out, but it would have made us very, very close. We finally snap out of confusion, and that doesn't even take it out, which is fantastic. And now we get confused again. Watch. Boom. Hit ourselves in confusions for 5 out of 5 times this battle. This is the most trolly Goldeen. It knows Water Pulse, which can confuse you. And then it also knows Supersonic, which does confuse you if it hits. I'm going to go out to Nessie. So we are cured of confusion here. And Nessie has a Person Berry, just in case this thing has any annoying confusion moves, but we take it out anyway. And wow, that was dumb. That was a huge waste of time. Thank you, Fisherman, I don't even know what your name is, for being a huge time waster. So let's hop on our bike because we're going to need it to traverse this area. We can go one of two ways. I guess I'll go this way, or maybe not. I think I'll try the other way first. Let's see, if we go around here, there's a hidden item, I betcha. There we go, a tiny mushroom. So might as well pick that up. And now we can head back over to the other area. Let's see what's over here. We have to hop down, and I'm gonna put on a rappel because I don't want to be running into Pokemon every 2 seconds. We have a not a fisherman, a policeman over here. I don't think he's going to battle us because it's not nighttime. Someone told me in the comments of one of my other videos that the joggers didn't battle you because they only battle you during the morning. And the policemen are the opposite. They'll only battle you at night, so that's pretty interesting. I might go back and get experience from them. And this is probably going to be our last battle of the episode. Sorry this episode's been kind of just battles and exploring. But that's what Pokemon is all about. It's about exploring towns and battling, and it can't all be, you know, storyline. So we find another antidote there, and it's good to kind of explore the area and get some good experience. Let me just see if there's anything past this cut tree here. I think this is just the area that we saw before, and it is, so I think I'll end the episode off there. Thank you guys for watching. Please subscribe if you haven't already, like and favorite the video, and leave a comment below. Go check out my main channel, circlecatzach, my Pokemon community channel, PokeCapital, and my TCG channel, SHZTCG. Question of the day is, let's see, what do you like more? Do you like exploring through the routes and finding new Pokemon and battling trainers, or do you like hanging out in the cities and taking on gym leaders and getting items from people in houses and stuff? So basically, city or country is a shortened version of that question. City or routes. Country, you know what I'm saying. Anyway, that's going to do it for this episode. Until next time, I will see you guys later.